Like you broke the internet like last night
I did.
when you
Last
wrote.
night.
Yeah, when you wrote.
What I do now?
Yeah. I think you wrote to Destiny. You have medical records and proof
Mhm.
that can show. I think it was Lawrence Southern you were talking about
Now, okay.
that he and her was involved in a sexual relationship, and then there was abortion involved.
So that's again. I have been in touch with, and he probably wouldn't care if I said this right now, but I've been in touch with Lawrence Southern's ex since December of last year.
Wow.
And I know there's a lot of people who say, well, why would he call you?
Mhm.
Well, because I'm in the sphere, and he actually called me, or didn't call. He reached out to me email wise. Because he is in Australia and she is in Canada, and he wanted to know if I knew any attorneys who specialized in child custody cases that was international. Right?
Wow.
And the only person I could think of was Andrew Esquire from Legal Mindset. He was, I don't know if that ever amounted to anything, if he ever reached out to it, but apparently he had been in a legal custody battle, really nasty one, because she has been essentially like denying him access to his kid, like won't even let him talk to him, and I thought it was some pretty fucked up shit.
Very fucked up.
And so I think a lot of people see me as sort of like an MRA or an advocate for like men's rights or something. I don't know why, but I mean, maybe. But so I talked to the guy and I started talking to him, and he was giving me some information. He told me about her past. I can actually name some names, but I don't want to get too deep in there. But essentially, he has protection orders, or she had protection orders against him. I have protection. I have the copies of those, so I know it's the dude. I know it's the guy. So I have confirmation that I know that the guy that I'm talking to is actually her ex, and so I've got quite a bit of information. She's dating Tim Pool right now.
Really?
She has a habit of going after guys who are like sort of internet famous dudes, right?
Absolutely.
And so Destiny was one of them. And you can go and have a look at the videos that they've done together in the past, as of last year.
Yeah.
And I had to be really careful with this, but I've had other people in the wake, because I did a show about Lawrence Southern, because she had done this sort of come to Jesus video about how she was getting divorced. And the reason why I think she did that is because I think she was on Tim Pool and she had her wedding ring on. And that was one thing that was really bugging her ex, because she tries to present this, I'm a good Christian traditional conservative as her brand. And I made one just throwaway tweet one time, and I put the picture on there. It says, why is Lauren Southern still wearing her wedding ring? And people thought that I was just, you must be professionally jealous. Fuck you, Rollo. Fuck you, right? No, now I'm fucking right. That's the thing. Is now she goes and says, well, yeah, I've been divorced for X amount of times. But she's been wearing that ring and presenting herself as a good, traditional conservative for that amount of time, right? So I guess I was right about that. And again, it's not because I have some sort of precognition or anything like that. I just happen to be talking to her ex, right? And then I've had some other people come after I did that show. I had about 3 other guys came out and were telling me like here's what was going on. Like, do you know Chud Logic? Do you know that?
Yes.
Guy? Okay, so Chud Logic was doing he'd done some recent video about how there was a relationship that almost broke up Destiny and Melina, and it had to do. And he just said point blank, he said it was Lauren Southern. Right? And then I when that came out, I went and I asked her ex, I said, is this true? He goes, yeah, it is. And there was a child that was produced as a result of that. So again, do I know this first? Do I have like the birth, do I have the pinks, the pregnancy test? No, I don't. But according to the guy that I have been talking to, her ex, there was a sexual relationship there and it resulted in a child. Now, I kind of had to sort of take that at face value for a while until I had another guy come up to me and I can't name names because I don't want to get you in trouble either because this counts as like medical records and doxing and everything else, but I'm not going to say. But I have copies of her. I have copies of her ultrasound tests from right around the month that they were talking about, August of last year, and it is definitely her. I have the information confirmed for that, so I know that there was a child that was produced, or she was getting an OBGYN, ultrasound at that time. I have the proof for that. I'm not going to release it because for the privacy of the kid and for the people that are involved. Now, Do I know that it was Destiny's? I don't know that, but I do know that there was a child involved, or there was a child at some point in August of last year.
So. And the child got aborted, or she kept?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. I know that there's no child. She could have lost the child as well.
Yeah.
I didn't say there's an abortion. I'm just saying that she was.
Of course.
And according to my sources, anyways, she was going to have a girl, so it would have been far long enough for them to determine sex.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Because Destiny said he has a 5-1 a 5-1 bet for you, meaning if you can prove that he was involved with Lauren Southern,
I can't prove that the kid was his, but I can prove at least the timeline from what I've been told from her ex and from other people, not just him, but like other people who have like come and hit me up after I did that show.
Yeah.
Chud Logic being the one who like said that there was a relationship between the two of them that almost broke up him and Melina, which is weird to me because like they have an open relationship. So that's why I was trying to confirm that.
Well, yeah, listen, yo, like Chud Logic has all the gossip for that community, man.
Right. I don't even know what the community is. I wouldn't even known who he was had I had not other people like link me to that one video.
Listen, he has all the gossip.
And by the way, the only reason I even brought that up was because he was just on whatever podcast debating Lila Rose and some other fat bitch about like abortion, right? So I'm like, well, you know, you can win the abortion debate without having to go resort to emotional appeals. Right?
Yeah, man, definitely. Man. Hey,
do I know it was his kid? No, but I do know that at some point she went to. Yeah. She did go and get a ultrasound at that time.
Well, hey, wait though, right? So even like for example, take out Destiny from this. Mm-hmm. Even like Lauren herself, like having out of wedlock baby. That's detrimental, like to her, because she's trying to be this, you know. I
haven't heard anything from that side. I haven't heard anything from that side of the fence yet. Yeah. So.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K, because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.